the ultimate power in the universe.
Last will be last.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You are now tuned into Lightsaber Radio. If you only knew the power of God's.
Here it comes. Let's go.
You are now tuned into Lightsaber Radio. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello there.
We're here, we're back, and welcome to Lightsaber Radio, your weekly hive of scum and villainy. Thank you for joining us for this episode of LSR. Well, we have got so much to cover this week. There has been so much going on. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell to join our live shows. And if you like this video, drop us a like. It means the whole galaxy. Hi, everybody. Hello.
What's up?
How is everybody doing?
Garrison and CJ, y'all suck. That was the worst.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
Hello,
no. Okay, last time I freaked out, everybody was like, chill out, Garrison, just chill out. So I'm just going to play chill.
Garrison is poorly. He gets a free pass. CJ, what's your excuse?
I don't know yet. I have to come up with one. I'll come back with it.
Fair. I am going to kick us off. This week's Hothbreaker. I had a little think about this one a couple of weeks ago, and I've had it saved up. I want to know, if you were a Mandalorian, what color would your armor be?
Oh.
Like, would you have like a theme?
Oh,
would you be like, yeah?
I have really thought about this. There's a website.
Hold on. Isn't there a website? Yeah, what is this website?
Yeah, I see a lot of cosplayers use it. But
Yeah,
no,
we should do this website and all post our own on the Instagram.
Yes.
I will talk about mine to give you guys a moment to think. So, because I'm a little bit of I'm emo at heart. Like, we've all been there. It would most likely be sort of black and silver, but with sort of purple accents. That kind of really deep, rich purple. So maybe like some stripes on the arm plates, like the band, like the T-shaped band on the helmet.
That'd be dope.
I think it'd be really cool to have my own logo as well. I think I'd make my own like family crest and have that just like.
I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to choose because I have to think logically. Logically, if I was gonna put on Mandalorian armor, I wouldn't do it like Den did and have just this big shiny armor where everybody could see me and shoot me from far away. I would think more of like a camouflage type of armor if I'm going for like real logistics reasons. But then at the same time, you know, I'd be a dark side person. I'd be a bad Mandalorian, so I'd probably have a lot of red in mine. You know, I'd have that red. I'd have red in there somewhere. There would have to be some red in there. I don't know exactly how I would design it.
Yeah.
And I'd want like a big red gem for the centerpiece right here in the center of the chest, like the diamond shaped thing, like a big red gem right there. I think that would be dope. Yeah.
CJ, I feel like this is something you've thought about while laying in bed at 3 o'clock in the morning to intense detail. Pop off.
Idea. So the website is called Zam Maker, and you can literally design. It gives you a whole color palette, all the different forms and stuff. Honestly, I love Previsless color. I love the gray and blue, but I would want to go more of like a black and blue with a cape. And I honestly want to be able to accessorize and put the dark saber, like just like he would, and all that fun stuff. I'd want Jango Fett's blasters, and then I'd want a specific holster on the chest for another one, just in case, because you never know. You could run out of blaster bolts, and you might need your little trusty little sidearm.
See, I knew you'd have it down.
Oh, there's a lot more to it. There's a lot. There's a lot of details, but.
Nick says that his old wrestling gear was bright blue, white, and silver, so he'd go with that. Ooh.
Oh, kind of like a Django. Kind of like a Django offset.
And good morning to Cardboard Cutout Cosplay and Rural Farmboy. Thank you for joining us. Garrison, do you have any ideas?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought like in the Mandalorian like guild or culture, like each color has its own meaning, similar to like a Jedi's lightsaber.
I've looked at this, and there's quite a lot of hot debate on the internet about what exactly they mean, because I think there's pulling from quite a lot of sources. There isn't necessarily anything concrete, but I love the breakdowns for Boba Fett's costume colors.
Yeah.
Well, I also thought it had to do with something to do with their family. You know, their family had certain colors. Because if you go back and like watch Rebels when like Sabine is coming back, all of them had some type of certain colors in their all of them basically kind of looked the same. Everybody from her family, and then each family had like, you know, each of the main families had, you know, Pre-Vizsla or Vizsla and you know, Clan Order, and everybody had a different like set of colors that they use, and that's kind of how
I think with that necessarily is so you can differentiate families. So yeah, that is a thing with colors, but I think the crest has a lot more to do with it. Like Boba Fett has that haystack on his chest. Everybody's got their own clan logo. I don't think colors really has to do with it, because once you branch out, you're able to color your armor. Think about it. Jango was blue and silver. Boba got the armor and turned it around and made it green and red. He could have stuck with his dad's because that was a Fett traditional color. Because when Jango Fett was adopted, because he was a foundling, he just took over Jaster Morill's colors. He didn't change them. And then Boba Fett took over the armor and changed the colors dramatically. I know way too much about this. This is like my favorite subject.
Guys,
If we're going off like just what colors I like, probably like black, white, and like maybe a little bit of gold on there.
Like a gold accent around the eyes?
Yeah. But then if we're going like what the colors,
bougie, some Versace. He's got Versace cave.
just a Louis Vuitton logo. Just
right.
Right.
He's got a Nike visor, you know.
Gucci on back, covered in chains.
And then if we're going, if we're going to like what the colors are like supposed to mean, like supposedly, I'd probably have some orange on there, because orange is like a lust for life and like freedom. And so, like, I would really like that, but then again, I don't know.
That's adorable.
That was very unexpected. Wow,
Cardboard
I like
Cutout
that.
said it's funny that he's making like a Thor Mando helmet right now.
Yes,
like
I saw that on Instagram,
It's
my friend,
so
and that was
sick.
amazing.
Really? I want to look at that, actually.
Do you not follow him? You should follow him on Instagram.
You should.
He is.
I
His stuff
do. I
is
just
amazing.
don't go on
Fantastic
Instagram.
Oh my goodness!
Versace Mando armor. I can't get over that. Some Louis Vuitton.
got the Louis Vuitton emblems all over them. That would be.
I feel like I need to make that in Photoshop just for my own enjoyment. What are we kicking it off with this week? Because there is so much to cover.
I thought
CJ?
I want to go first because mine's the
Okay.
only thing that I got overly excited about.
Okay.
Other
go
than the
on.
trailer.
So real quick before you start, thanks everybody for joining us last night. That was a very fun episode.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Downtown Disney did something pretty special. They decided to put the throne from Jabba's palace that Boba Fett took over in Downtown Disney.
I kind of had an idea of that throne when I seen the pictures of it. I was like, you know, this would really go real good in like a strip club.
Yeah.
Man, see, I wanted to shove it in my living room, and you made it like.
Like I was looking at
There's
like,
a
man,
lot
just
of
some
things
girls
you can
sitting
do
on the
with this.
arms, and
Yeah.
you know, you can sit in the middle and take some pictures.
You're the high
at strip
roller
club.
table. That's what you
Yeah.
are.
You're in like it's in the VIP section.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
have
say
to
it's
get
VIP. It's a,
Yeah.
I thought
But
that
no,
would be awesome.
Instead of Boba Fett on the inscription, it just says stripper, 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 stripper.
or ones.
One.
But no, they did that. It obviously for the Book of Boba Fett, and you're allowed to go up and sit in the chair. I've already seen plenty of people take photos with it.
That'd be dope.
I wish I was in California. I mean, I don't necessarily want to live in California, but I wish I was close enough to
Garrison,
go.
go right now. Go right now.
Go
We'll
right
take a
now,
picture.
what?
Yeah, go
You're
right
only
now
4
to
hours
Downtown
away.
Disney. You're only 4 hours away.
Yeah, you're only 4 hours away. You're closer than all of us.
Sure.
It only
Is it really
takes me
that
about
close?
2
Far
days to
out.
get there. And Charlie, what's that flight about? 24 hours? 20 hours?
If it's 8.5 hours to Florida, I'd say it's probably close to sort of 12 to 13 to get to California.
Oh, that's not that bad.
That's
That's a long
manageable.
That's a long time to be on a plane, man. Just
I don't know, man.
Bro,
I've
I
drove
flew to
12
Australia and I
hours,
wanted
so-
to die.
Yeah. I'll get on the
Over the
plane, I'll
ocean.
have some sleeping tablets, and then I'll wake up in California and it'll be fine.
That doesn't
That's what I would
sound safe. Like, How are you waking up in California? Are you waking up in the plane? Are you waking up in the luggage?
On the luggage conveyor belt, just.
This is my Nick gets off. This is my carry-on. He's carrying you under his arm.
That's it. Okay, then now this can.
It just doesn't sound safe. I'm sorry. And you're going to a state where
I'm really
that's
sorry to the TSA. I'm so sorry.
That's why I don't like to fly. Cause my thing is not that I'm scared that the plane is gonna crash. My thought is, what if this pilot is having a bad day and he just like,
and he just
screw it, I want to die, just kills everybody with him. Boom.
He's like in the cockpit. He looks over to his co-pilot. Man, I really loved her.
Man, look all what these dudes are going through.
I can't with you guys. Weekend
He's
Charlie.
not wrong though. It's one bad day and that plane's going down.
Just imagine. And see, that's always got me because, they be in Star Wars, they just hit light speed and then they start going walk. Han Solo gets up, he goes in the back, they start fixing shit and working all stuff. Like, okay, I just don't get that. What if something happens? Like, you're not up there to even do anything. You're just back here working on wires. And,
you're going faster than the speed of light. Like, come on, I need someone up here.
Like, that always bothered me. Like, that's not safe. That is not a safe activity
Also,
to be doing.
think about how huge the Falcon is, and if you're right at the other end, and then you have to get to the cockpit, which is like on the side.
That is a long.
Give me your pilot license. Give me your goddamn license.
Hand it over.
Like Han just flying like.
I can just see
Han
Han
don't love me no more, and just flies into an asteroid field in light speed.
I can see like a new Republic officer. Give me your license, and Han Solo was like, "What license?"
You gotta have a license to fly this thing. I didn't know that.
Since when? That's why Chewie flies. He's got the license.
Weekend at Charlie's.
Just put some sunglasses on me, put me on the luggage cart. I'll be fine.
Give her Boba Fett backpack so she has all of her information. She doesn't get lost. Put a tracker on there. Did you install that tracker?
Please. Stop.
All right. So what else we got? You want to? Can we do some the battle of the best? Can we do a round?
Oh, a round of the bracket. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
I was not prepared for this.
Because we didn't do one last week because we did the holiday thing. We didn't
We
get to it
did.
last week. No, we didn't. Not last week because we was doing the thing. We didn't do it.
Okay, so. Oh my goodness.
Garrison, man, you're just talking my ear off today, man. What's going on? You feeling any better?
We are
Little bit.
officially at semi-finals, which
Okay,
is
let's do it.
so exciting.
We're almost
So
done.
first up, we have Yoda versus Ahsoka.
Oh,
Yoda.
Yeah, Yoda.
Yoda.
Yeah, Yoda.
Yoda.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ahsoka's
Ahsoka's
dead.
dope, but I don't think she could beat Yoda. I could beat Yoda, but I don't think Ahsoka can.
Yesterday.
You cannot.
Bro, Ahsoka would kick your ass.
Okay, are you talking about Darth Sway?
Yeah, Darth
You
Sway.
or you?
Darth Sway. I can't die. Darth Sway can't die. He's immortal.
That's what I'm
So,
saying though. Are you talking about
He
like?
can't die. And I have the ring. And the ring, you can't, it's a Sith artifact that causes other people to not be able to use the Force against me. So Yoda's screwed. I got
Okay,
it.
now
I could
that
beat
makes more
everybody.
sense.
I
I
could
thought
beat
you were just talking about straight you. I was like,
All right, well, if we could just write whatever we want, I'm God. Snap my fingers, everybody's dead.
okay,
I'm
Dad,
Thanos
that's
in Star Wars.
Hey, I had to work hard to get mine. I had to kill some people.
Actually,
to get my
I don't
ring.
even need the glove. I just think and it happens.
just having
What's
one
going on,
bad day,
Dylan?
huh, Garrison? Just
So, do we agree that Yoda would win?
Yes.
You think it would be an
Yes.
easy win?
Yes.
Um,
Well, I don't know about easy because, I mean,
I think it'd be a little bit of work.
yeah,
If we're
Ahsoka ain't no
talking-
pushover.
Yeah, if we're talking peak Yoda versus peak Ahsoka.
Yoda's gonna win, but I think Ahsoka will put up a pretty good battle. She's pretty good with the saber. She gave Maul a run for her money. I mean, a run for his money.
But
So
Maul got arrogant. If Maul would have just did what he does instead of talk the whole time, he would have had it. Because when he sliced that beam on season 7, he should have just sliced it again and dropped her. Plain and simple. But he got cocky and tried to turn her, and it didn't work.
well, he wasn't even trying to turn her. He was just trying to get her to join sides because he knew the truth. And she was like, "You liar!" You know, like, yeah, you know, we get that a lot. Because well, the Sith lie a lot, so it's kind of hard to, you know, believe what they tell you. You know what I'm saying? Just same thing with Obi-Wan and Dooku. He's like, "Whatever, man. I got work to do. Can I get out of here? You know, I got stuff to do. I ain't got time to be sitting here messing with you." So, and they were both telling the truth, so it was messed up. Like, you don't know if they're telling the truth or lie. That's the way it is. But yeah, I don't know. Ahsoka's dope, but she can't beat Yoda. It's hard to catch Yoda. You know what I'm saying? That dude flies a lot. You know, that dude's just jumping around and flipping, and dude, that'd be hard to keep up with him.
So finally, in the last semi-final round of the Ultimate Star Wars Fighter contest, we have Count Dooku versus, I think this was kind of like everyone's favorite to win from the beginning, versus Bane.
No, it was Revan. Revan beat
Was it
Bane.
Revan? Revan. It was Revan.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Revan beat
Dooku
Bane.
versus Revan.
Revan.
Revan. I mean, I think
Dooku.
Dooku might, you know, give him a little bit of a challenge for about 12
Yeah.
seconds, and then he'll die.
12 seconds. You might think Dooku's gonna win when he shoots at Revan, and Revan doesn't even have his lightsaber drawn. But then you remember Revan just catches it all.
Like, you know. So we are at the finals, and
Yeah,
we are
we
talking
are at the
about Yoda and
finals.
Revan.
Yep.
Holy shit!
jeez.
That's-
Jesus. This was
We're just gonna say
unexpected.
draw.
I'm just going to say this. Unexpected.
If they draw, then I have the Force Coin if we need.
Nah, I think Revan could beat Yoda
You think Revan?
Like, if we're going-
Yoda.
because
Yoda.
Revan uses the dark and the light side. So, I mean, using both sides, he's gonna be more powerful than Yoda. Even though Yoda's dope as shit, don't get me wrong, Yoda's dope, but like Revan is coming at you just with all kind of different techniques and shit. I just don't see Yoda being able to take Revan. I mean, at one point, I don't think there was anybody in period Force user that could take Revan at one point, but I just don't see that. I don't see Yoda beating Revan. Even that top Yoda thing. I mean, older Yoda might even actually do better against younger Yoda because older Yoda knew more about the Force.
Yeah.
But you know,
that's
I just
that's the part I have a problem with issue with is because Revan has only had his lifetime to learn about the Force. Yoda is like way older and he's learned so much more about the Force. So that's
I
the
would
only
also-
thing that I could see give Yoda like an edge.
I would also like to remind people that we're talking canon Revan here versus Legends Revan.
well,
Canon Revan, which we know nothing
Canon
about.
Revan would technically Canon Revan would be Legends Revan
Because
because
they
of-
did
Oh, yeah, I
canonize
guess.
him.
because they just brought Legends Revan
My
into
bad.
canon. So
So either way, Revan's OG is shit.
I mean, Revan.
I'm in the same boat because like Yoda's had 900 years to perfect his craft. Revan has only had a human lifespan.
But you also got to understand that Revan, when he was in stasis and the Emperor was sucking
that's
off of him
true,
for all
that's
them
true.
years,
See,
so
I
he's
could
had a
do
lot of
this.
time to just set back. Plus, he was captured by Nihilus for 3 years. He was just in this cell, just contemplating the Force for 3 years straight. Then he gets stuck in the vat thingy, and the Emperor's sucking all of his Force ability off of him, and he's just sitting there contemplating the Force and knowing things and looking at things different and checking out all aspects of everything. And that went on for shit. Who knows? I don't even know how long. Honestly, I have never read anything besides the book that tells you exactly how long he was in there. So he could have been in there for a couple hundred years. The stasis machine was keeping him young and vibrant and all that stuff. So he could have been in there and alive. So he could have been in there for a grip, just contemplating, not just contemplating the Force for years and years and years and years and years and years. So that dude knows.
I'm gonna be honest.
That's
I'm gonna
fair,
have to
that's
give it to
fair.
Revan because Revan I'm gonna have to give it to Revan on my side because Yoda doesn't use both sides. Yoda really focuses on the light side. His main focus is the light side of the Force. Revan, it doesn't matter. He's gonna tap into whatever it takes to get the win. He doesn't not care. If it uses a little bit of Force abilities on the dark side, he's got it. If he's got to use the light side, he's got it. Like, he's learned both sides. He's been both ways, and he knows what to do with it. And I feel like that's going to be a disadvantage for Yoda because Yoda's not going to look at it like that. He's going to look at his own style. Versus Revan's got many teachings, many things he's learned, many things he's went through to do it.
I don't know. That's a hard one.
Yeah, I just have to go
that dude knows a lot about the Force. I mean, Yoda fought himself. Yoda fought himself in the Clone Wars. He had to fight himself without no lightsaber. He fought his dark side self.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that was like part of his trial when he met Bane and all them. It was like a little series where Yoda went off and tried to contemplate the Force.
Wasn't it on Dagobah where he fought himself or whatever?
I don't know.
Isn't that why he stayed on Dagobah?
I don't know if it was on Dagobah or not. I can't.
It would make sense because that's where Luke found his dark side self.
But he fought him dark side himself, and like it's crazy. Like he had to
it's
fight.
A good episode.
He had to fight himself in order to really come to that there isn't no light and dark. It's just the Force. That's kind of what Yoda came to. Like there's really no light or dark. So at that point, he's kind of the same as Revan. Now, has he had the experience with the dark side like Revan has? No, but he had to realize that it's just the Force. There isn't no light or dark side. It's just the Force. Because at the end of that's what them floating blue. Hey, that's kind of what them people off Eclipse look like. They kind of look like them floating chicks. The ones that were doing the little test to Yoda, and they sent them to the different planets. They kind of look like that. But so that's so hard. But I think Revan could take him like in a fight.
So
like,
we've
we're
got
putting in the ring.
Yeah, CJ for Revan, Kyle for Revan. Garrison, are you with Revan?
I'm undecided.
You're undecided. Having heard everybody's arguments, I think, like with Ahsoka, Yoda would put up an incredible fight. But I think Revan would tip the scales. I really do.
But then you gotta think about it too. That Yoda's fast. That dude. Imagine how fast he is when he's 1,000,000 years old. Just imagine how fast he was when he was like peak Yoda, peak ability, like in his 400s. That dude was probably so fast. That dude was probably super fast. His jumping around and his dude, that's so hard. That is a hard. There's so many like pros and cons either way you go on, which to tip the scale. But I honestly, I gotta think Revan would take it. I'm gonna stick with Revan. I'm just trying to throw out some good details.
That's fair. Imagine how fast he would be, though. That'd be crazy.
That dude
I would love to see that. Just
all you hear just you're like, oh crap. I mean, Revan would have to like hit him with some lightning or something, or do something to like stop, like just stay still so I can hit you.
Hold still.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
It was like a drunk fight I got into one time. I was super drunk and the dude just kept pushing me. I was like, stay still. I can't hit you if you don't stay still.
Yoda is the Quicksilver of Star Wars, Nick. I 100% agree. But yeah, Garrison, it all hangs on you.
I think it doesn't matter. You already all said Revan.
Oh,
so
yeah, I guess.
Even if I did vote Yoda, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, but your opinion matters to me, Garrison.
Okay. And my opinion's undecided, so Revan wins.
Do tell.
Fair.
That's fair.
So,
Wow.
Revan is the the beast of the battle.
The heavyweight
Grand
champion
master.
belt
Not
holder.
mine, personally. We knocked some people out that had a pretty good fight, damn it.
I
Now-
know. It was
now we have-
harsh.
Now we have to wait till
Darth Maul.
the Eclipse Peak characters come out and we see who that dude that was came out of the
Yeah.
forest.
I don't think Yoda.
Wait a minute, I don't think so. I think Yoda will beat Revan because he beat that dude.
We're going to have to do the whole bracket again. Sorry, guys.
More content, more content, more content. Star Wars. All right, so we got the battle out of the way. Let's jump into some news and rumors, because there's some stuff that has been going on that we definitely need to talk about. Actually, no, before we go to that, let's go ahead and look at this galaxy. So I'm gonna bring up the galaxy of
Galactic Star Cruiser.
Yeah, Galactic Star Cruiser video.
6 grand of
Hey, this thing was hard to. Hey, I want y'all to know this thing was hard to find because they took it down. So I had to literally find it off of other people's pages.
What is going on with this now?
Okay, so
many
basically,
different things.
This is what this from my understanding, what happened is they put out this video, the little trailer, teaser trailer, whatever, of how the hotel is going to look, and basically, people started talking so much crap. People were had reservations. They were canceling their reservations for this thing because it's dude, this looks like crap, man. What are you guys talking about?
Right now, they're doing a giveaway so you can go to it. That's literally how bad shit's getting for them.
My
thought process was
so bad.
My thought process was this: why don't they take? This is what they should have done. Now this is just my opinion. Well, yeah, one thing, make it cheaper.
That's one thing.
But bring in people the podcast people and other Star Wars fans, big Star Wars people. Bring them out, let them check it out, and then be like, all right, these are the things you need to fix or this shit's going to fail. I really think that that's what they should have done. Because this is ridiculous. When you watch this video, you're going to be like, what the fuck is going on? How is this even...
My opinion is important.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, not even so much as, we're small, we're not big yet, we're not nobody, but take out people like the dude that owns fucking Rancho Obi-Wan and, some of the other Star Wars podcasts and YouTube channels that are bigger and been around for a lot longer, and take them out and let them look at the shit. Take fans out. Be like, all right, run through this. Before you guys even do any type of promotion, talk about it, do anything, bring people out and then make the necessary changes to make it worth the money, worth me being able to go out. And then me looking at it I wouldn't want to do none of this shit with a bunch of little rugrats running around, daddy, hitting me with a damn lightsaber and shit and all kind of different. I wouldn't want to do that. Dude, this is not going to be fun. This is just it's going to be a task to be here. Okay, let's watch the video and then y'all can see. We're going to watch the video. Okay, share screen. Okay, I did it. I clicked on it. Okay, open.
There we go.
Hey, Aunt Morrow.
Hello there.
I'm super excited to see what you and your team created.
We cannot wait to have you aboard because Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser is a first of its kind vacation experience where you get to spend 2 days and 2 nights living out your very own Star Wars story.
Oh, I'm just too excited. We got to go inside.
Okay, just to describe this a little bit to the audio listeners. All right, that was the side of the name on it don't even look like it. Looked more like Battle Galactica or something like that than it did Star Wars. The little emblem that they got on the side of on the side of the hotel or whatever you want to call it, they did not even look Star Wars to me.
And out of all the people they could use for this, they used the kid from the Goldbergs, which isn't bad because in the show he is a huge Star Wars fan. But
and I guess in real life he's a huge Star Wars fan, but
his voice just kills me. And out of all the people to represent something this nerdy, they use this kid. No offense to him. I mean, he's a great actor. He's funny in the show, but I would have had Carl Weathers or some Pedro Pascal or somebody or Daisy Ridley. Bring the big name in. Don't bring some mediocre TV show in. Bring an actual Star Wars character where this is taking place to kind of do this. Just kind of to represent it. You can't. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, the whole beginning of the starting of it made me not want to go. I don't even want to go to this no more. This is garbage.
It looks a little cheesy.
All right,
yeah.
Let's keep going.
Welcome to the Halcyon Star Cruiser.
Wow. Okay, now
that's some Star Trek looking shit.
Yeah, it doesn't look super Star Warsy.
It does not look no way type. Star Wars looking. Like I've never been on any Star Wars ship that looked like that crap. Like it looked like some old IBM computers.
Right. That's how they directed the first one. Just saying.
And then they like brought out this is ILM's old throwaway equipment that they started off with, and they threw it, and they just said, "Here, we're gonna use this right here because we have it."
This is horrible.
Wow. This is unreal. It's like I'm walking straight into a Star Wars movie.
Except it's
And Sean, you're a freaking liar.
You're an idiot.
You're a
How much
liar.
are they fucking paying you?
You lied.
You could have acted better than that.
This is unbelievable. Wow.
Wow. Owen Wilson could have acted better.
Like that was terrible. Like
Wow.
Like it didn't even sound like you were telling the truth. It sounded like it was hurting you to say this.
He's like,
like it was
wow.
painful. Like you had the diarrhea. You had bubble guts when you were saying this. Like, oh, I don't want to say this crap.
Like,
This is
even
a
look at
lie.
his posture. He looks like so.
He's
like,
not impressed. He is not impressed.
There's someone off screen with like a sniper rifle, like say it.
They got his mom like
Say
at
it.
gunpoint, like say it right. Say it right.
Everybody that's listening on the audio, definitely come and check out the video because you guys got to watch this. If you haven't already seen it, you got to watch it.
So awful.
And look how excited she's like trying to get him excited.
She's
She's like, oh
trying
my
to
gosh!
sell
Like
this.
she's like trying to make up for his lack of enthusiasm.
Why does it look like
That's
she ain't got no
me.
teeth right
This
now?
is
Why did
such
I
a
just stop it at a
90s
point?
Like if you look back at like the '90s TV, like the '90s commercials that you could like put in on schools like sex ed stuff, it's like how cheesy that is to this. Like this
He
is like a
might-
'90s. terrible
Absolutely. He might as well have stood there and gone, "Yowie wowie, it's the best." Like,
Yeah,
yeah, we.
It's like those. Hey, Kyle, you know these. You know those fall safety videos that they have
Yeah.
from the '90s. That's what this is. What's happening right now. It's a fall safety.
So the
video.
proper way to
are
lift
you entitled
is
to compensation?
called
You're an
JT
JT Whitworth.
877 cash now. Oh jeez, this is how this is going so far.
Bruh, the infomercial actors look better than this. Like,
Oh right, they sell it. They could actually sell it, and they were probably making like $2,000 to do this. This kid probably made $1 million just
The
making an
Ninja Foodie.
appearance.
It is
Why-
a great piece of utensil.
Why do I feel like Flo the insurance lady is just going to like walk out onto the side of the screen and be like, with that little apron?
Progressive covers this starship.
Progressive.
All right.
bundle your Starship and Starfighter.
Oh, and we do have droid insurance. Don't forget that.
Okay,
Bundle droid, Starship, and Starfighter all in one.
Okay.
not a movie, right? You get to be in the middle of it all and in the middle of the action.
And then there's activities you can do on here.
Yeah, there are activities
hell is
on
he
board.
wearing? What is he wearing?
Okay. All they've really shown us is artist concept. Like, none of it's even real.
Wait. So you know how I talked about a couple of episodes ago how there's like costumes and you can cosplay and you can dress up? That's it.
Oh, that's so
that.
Why?
That ugly ass shirt he's wearing? Really? That's it, huh?
They put a
You
zipper
get
on a
you get a
sweater.
sweatshirt with a zipper on the side. Yeah, that was basically it.
Like,
Such an inconvenience.
like, how do you put that on? Like, you gotta unzip your whole thing and slide your arm in to put it on. You can't just put it over your head like a normal shirt.
It's
Like,
it's a crooked turtleneck, is what it is. Like,
Okay.
I hate this.
The first one that I'm really excited about is Lightsaber Training.
Oh my gosh.
Here on the bridge, we also invite all of our guests to
Okay, wait a minute. We gotta talk about the lightsaber training.
these are all
The
just
lightsaber-
artist concept only.
Okay, the lightsaber training, from what I read, is 15 minutes. You get 15 minutes.
15?
15 minutes.
$6,000.
And you're not
that's
even
all-
gonna get. And you gotta
That's
think
all
about
Kylo
it.
Ren.
I want 3 fucking hours of training.
Okay, think about it like this.
15
Then you're
minutes.
gonna have some little bastard behind you hitting you with his lightsaber, talking about "Hurry up, sir! Hurry up!" Because it's a group effort. It's not like you're
And
doing
what's-
it by yourself.
And we don't know when the lightsaber training is. You could go to Galaxy's Edge and come back and do that. So those little bastards already built one. So they're already
And
hitting you all through the freaking. Nope. Sorry, I can't do this.
got-
They're trying to give this away Like as a giveaway on Disney.com. I don't even want to do the giveaway. Like,
you got the parents yelling in the background. Come here, Timmy. Come here, Timmy. Stay with the crew. Stay with the group. Come here. And you're trying to hit the lightsaber thing, and you getting shot in the face with the light, and you can't even. And then it's just a light coming out of the wall. It's not like a real beam or anything, or like a dart or anything that you get a block. It's just a light coming out, so you can just stand there and put your lightsaber anywhere and block it. Like this is terrible. It is so bad.
I have a question real fast for all of us. If we got offered to go, like right now, they offered us, would we go?
I would go.
Yes.
Yeah. I would just go just so I could do a live show there and then talk a whole bunch of crap about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing right now. That would be great.
That's fine.
We're just making fun of it for the amount of money they're charging. You know?
Yeah, this is the thing. We are not trying to be deliberately horrible. It's just a little ridiculous that at the prices they're charging, this is what's being offered.
Like I said, I went over that itinerary way back when. And there's not enough fucking hours in the day to do everything that I want to do.
No.
There's not.
All right.
Do bridge operations training. And occasionally, this is where we can go to hyperspace.
Okay, first off, she said occasionally.
God, and here comes...
This is going to be so bad.
She said occasionally. What do you mean occasionally? I better get to go on light speed if I pay $6,000 to go to this place. I better go on light speed a whole bunch of times.
The captain just looks at you. Maybe not right now. Come back in a little bit.
Has anyone noticed how the language that she's using is incredibly specific? Like, it's almost frustrating. Like, she's telling us, like, more by telling us nothing.
It's very scripted, yes.
Yeah.
Occasionally. They could have hired so many people to do this. And
this is going to be so bad. Like, we're about to go to Lightspeed. It's just going to be stupid.
What is the face he's making? Living.
I know.
Oh, gosh. That is a great freeze frame.
Yeah, I'm going to use that in one of the thumbnails.
please do. He just looks like he's about to...
So
You're not in the Falcon.
Oh, and that was
How
it?
dare you?
That was it? You just got some lights flashing at you in the screen?
That's what I'm saying.
Does the hotel shake or something? Does it do anything?
No.
It's a hotel shake.
No.
You know, like
even if they made the little square where you stand and pull it, they could make that rattle. Just that individual square, they could do that so it makes it seem like that. No, they didn't spend that kind of money.
They still have exit signs in the Star Wars universe. That's nice. If you look
Yeah.
in the back left.
Yeah. If you need to get out of the ship, just into space, you got to go through this door.
Abort the ship.
Just put me in the garbage chute and get me out.
Forget about your spacesuits. Just jump out into space. Leia did it. You can
too. This is terrible. I could have made a better thing on my computer at home. Like I could have made a better video than this. Like way better than this.
I'm sorry.
Like my 4-year-old grandson could have done better than this. Like he could have been like, if I showed him this, he'd be like, I don't want to go to this.
Why is he looking at that lady like he loves her?
Why is he so infatuated with her? Like
why
are
his eyes just...
Okay, why is this hallway just so bland? Look how bland this hallway is. Have you noticed this is like nothing that relates to Star Wars at all? Like, if you're gonna make a Star Wars, like make the Death Star hallway or something. You know, something that's like, look, this
Nick,
is just plain.
I agree. You should have brought Filoni in.
Hi, Dave Filoni.
Yes, he fixes everything. Damn it! And bring Jon Favreau too because he likes to do this
Very
shit.
Disney Channel. Yep.
Look at the.
This was
Look,
probably aired on
Disney Channel.
They just got a TV on the wall that just has some like specks of the wall of the
I don't give a shit about the ship, damn it.
Like there's nothing. This is the most bland hallway ever. Like
I
I couldn't do better than this for $6,000.
So sterile. Like
the lines, like the waiting in line at Disneyland to go into the new Star Wars ride was cooler than this.
This is terrible.
Focused on making sure we have some of the best entertainment in the galaxy on
Look at that. Look at that hallway. That is the most bland and boring hallway ever.
What did she just say? She said best entertainment in the galaxy.
Where?
In the my ass.
If you go to Vegas, you get better entertainment on the Strip. Just saying.
I
They better have some toilet girls dancing, for all I know.
I could probably find a bar that has toilet girls dancing in Vegas.
You know what upsets me? she's not even in a Star Wars costume. She's just in a regular office outfit, and I'm not like, no shade, Queen. You look fantastic, but where's the commitment? Where's the
She
dedication?
looks better than he does. I don't know.
He looks like a Star Trek character. I am sorry.
Yes, it looks.
Tell
it
me,
looks like
when they
Star
fold
Trek.
down-
Captain Kirk vibes come
When
out.
they unzip their little thing and fold down their thing and show their undershirt in Star Trek, that's what he looks like. With the little fold down, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It don't even look. This does not look nothing like
Easy access.
Star Wars. I can literally, I would much rather just turn on some Star Wars on my TV and sit at home and watch it and save $6,000 than this. It would be that's way more entertaining.
Jizz. Where is the jizz?
All right, let's go.
One of which I'm so excited about is this pop star who's known throughout the galaxy for.
This is such a 90s commercial.
He just left her. He was like, I don't care what you said. I'm about to go look what's
This
going
is
on over
so
there.
90s. Like, this
a-
is like, oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Disney Channel made better commercials in the 90s than this.
I'm not trying to bag on this guy, but really, like, stick to your day job, man. Stick to your day job. Not the
His day
greatest
job
actor.
probably
His day
sucks.
job
That's why
is
he's doing this. He's an
Uh,
actor on a very good show. And this is
What
what we
show?
get from him? The
Goldbergs.
Goldbergs. He's the nerdy son in the Goldbergs.
Dude, that was
Pretty
terrible.
bad.
And
I don't know.
why did he just vamp her? He just left her like really quick. He was like, I'm out, peace. Because
He
I
was
don't
like,
care
I'm
about
done
what
with
you're
this
talking
bitch. Bye.
This is terrible. Oh wow, he really just tripped through the door. I'm pretty sure they got a trip hazard right there in the doorway. That was just fake as hell. Oh, why is this dude wearing like a admiral captain's jacket or something? Why is he
Yeah, he's
wearing
a bartender.
that? Like that's not even Star Wars. That's like.
Do you think they'll have real alcohol?
They
His
better
ass
have
ain't
real
old
alcohol.
enough to drink. Get out of the bar.
Yeah.
Like this doesn't. There's nothing that shows me Star Wars on anything that I've seen. Yet.
No.
Nothing. Like there's nothing that would make.
Yeah,
me
this
wanna
looks
go.
like just space in general. It doesn't look Star Wars.
Yeah.
To me.
Like this dude. Like this is literally one of the outfits that they wear in Battlestar Galactica. The little uniforms that they wear. That's literally what he's wearing right now.
If
Like,
anything,
where-
it's giving me like London gay bar.
This is more like just I don't think they're promoting Star Wars so much in this. They're just promoting space, like being in space. I'm waiting for what's her face, Whoopi Goldberg to walk out from Star Trek or something. You know, that's what I'm getting more of that vibe than I am any type of Star Wars vibe at all.
What's going on? I just popped through that door and I have no idea.
Look above and see the world slowly emerge before you.
Okay, she can sing, but if this is all the entertainment you're gonna get, why does it? Oh, you know what this reminds me of? What's the movie with not Armageddon. What's the other one? Oh man, my brain ain't working. Y'all talk. I'll figure it out.
What is she singing?
Is that
She's
all we're
singing-
getting?
She's singing Leia's Christmas song from the holiday special.
No. No.
Yes.
This is already looking bad. We don't need to bring in more. George
I'm
Lucas
sorry. I'm
is
sorry.
gonna lose his shit.
I'm going to take a minute here. Like, I'm a cosplayer and I consider myself relatively accomplished at what I do, but I am nowhere near compared to some of the people that I follow and interact with. This costume looks cheap. It looks so cheap.
Thrift
Yeah, like
store.
I've seen amateur cosplayers that
Yeah.
honestly do like
Way
amazing stuff, and
Way
this just
better.
looks like it's not bad, but it's just like
it's not. It's not
it's
bad.
like,
and she looks really
okay.
beautiful, but where is the immersion? It's the finer details that are supposed to
Right.
make this kind of immersive experience. Like when you went to Galaxy's Edge and looked around Batuu, like even the small things like the fact that you can't see the rest of the park, the fossils in the paving stones, all of that. It's the small details that make it complete, and this feels so lacking. So lacking. Kyle, has your brain still gone blank?
No, I'm looking it up. It's it has Bruce Willis in it, and
Die Hard.
No,
Die Hard?
Die Hard.
Oh, it's a space movie.
That's Armageddon, isn't it?
No, that's not. Armageddon's the one where they go into space and try to blow up the asteroid that's coming in.
The asteroid.
It's the other one. It's the one with the chick, the big blue chick was singing at the thing, and it has Chris Tucker in it. What's the name of that movie? I'm looking it up right now and I can't find it.
Fifth Element?
Fifth Element. Yeah, that's what it is.
Fifth Element.
This gives me more of a Fifth Element like.
Thanks, cardboard cutout.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Fifth Element.
Cutout.
Thanks, cardboard cutout. You got it. I'm over here looking at it. You got it on the screen. I'm over here like, dude, why can't I find this? But it gives me more of that vibe, like the whole thing. I think about going to a bar in Star Wars. I think about going to Mos Eisley Cantina.
I think of hostility, violence, and blasters firing in the background. I
do not think about going in, like even a bar that in that Obi-Wan and Anakin going to. When you think of a bar in Star Wars, you don't even think of that bar. You think of going to a cantina. This right here has nothing to do with Star Wars whatsoever.
It doesn't even have Attack of the Clones vibes to it. It doesn't have anything.
It just doesn't look Star Warsy yet.
It doesn't look like Canto Bight. It doesn't look like anything we've seen. And why the hell would a Galactic Star Cruiser have a bar in it? You're a battleship, not a party boat. What are you doing to me? A small little bar in the captain's quarters would make more sense.
As the moon begins to rise above the tide, all around, change is coming, something new is in the air.
I give it to her. She can sing.
He fell in love. He fell in love.
She can sing. Good voice to give me every time.
He's in love.
Man, he is so goofy looking.
That's all you get is that. That's it. That's all you get is that. That's your whole entertainment while you're there. That's all the adult entertainment.
6 hours, 7 hours out of the day.
Best entertainment in the galaxy. So if you don't like this, you're wrong, okay? Because this is the best in the galaxy.
Oh my god.
You're wrong.
30 seconds of a song. That's it. That's all we get out of it.
Nick said, here, I'll throw it up there. Nick said, still Jim Henson, but not Star Wars-ish.
Yeah.
Are you still glad Disney bought Star Wars? Are you still glad Disney bought Star Wars?
I regret it.
Oh,
I regret it.
All respect.
This is terrible.
Yo, pause it right quick. Dude,
Why is
like
it so-
Harry Potter's better than Star Wars now, honestly, because Harry Potter Land, amazing. Harry Potter Land's amazing. Like, they did a great job. I'm still waiting for Star Wars.
Star Wars is now in second place. Now they have to. Oh, wait a minute, hold up! You just had me say some old blasphemy. What is coming out of your mouth, Garrison? Quit trying to get us with your trickery. That's some trickery.
Kidding me? No.
That's
I
some
love
trickery.
Star Wars way more. But Harry Potter
better than Star
World is
Wars.
phenomenal. Harry Potter World's phenomenal.
Well, let's see when they make a Harry Potter hotel and see if it's any good. Because Star Wars hotel sucks.
There you are. Oh my gosh, I was just in there, the lights were low, and this performer just came out of nowhere.
You just met Gaia.
She was incredible.
Why is all the veins on his neck poking out like he's constipated after the say
He's
this?
struggling to say this so bad. He's trying not to shit himself in the process from that drink that was probably garbage. Probably ran right through him.
They just look. This is just bad.
I appreciate Rural Fanboy's point that if they're booked full for the first 3 months, but this is not how you go about marketing.
Well, this is the thing, and the article that I read this morning. So I read an article this morning. Let me see if I can get it right quick. But they were saying that they like half of the people that had reservations canceled their reservations after seeing this.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they're giving a free giveaways, because shit's getting bad really quick and they don't know what to do about it.
It was like over 50. I think it was said 52% of the reservations were canceled already.
Oh.
So like that's a lot. Over 50%. Like, dude, y'all shot yourself in the foot making this crap. Like, this has destroyed y'all's even. Like I said, like, bring somebody out bring some real Star Wars fans and sit back and say, what do you guys think about this? What do we need to change? Before they ever open it, before they ever put out this video. Or at least lie to us and make it look good. This is terrible. Like we said earlier, let Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau make the commercial for this. Everybody in the world would have went there, and then when you got there, you'd have been like, damn, man, I just got robbed. This sucks. But at least you would have got there. Y'all put this crap video out and then are like, okay, the people are still going to want to come here. No Star Wars fan is going to want to go to this crap. It's not good.
I just looked it up. Originally, the first 3 months were completely sold out, and now there's a bunch of openings.
Because nobody wants to go to this crap. They literally shot themselves in the foot making this video. Like, they should have. Okay, if they'd have made the Eclipse video for this, something like that, everybody in the world would be trying to go here. And it could look like this crap, and we would have got there and been like, oh, man, this sucks. I got hype. Name of the show. Hype or hope. This right here is just hype. All of this is just hype. They built this up way too hype, and then they put out this crappy video and just destroyed our hope. Like, oh, man, this sucks.
Let's get you back to the launch pod in your home planet.
Sounds great.
All right.
Oh, it was that quick, huh? It's over already? Not surprising. Why does it... Okay, I gotta say this. Why does it look like a giant penis? I'm just saying it. I'm saying it. Fucking fight me. I don't care.
I think that says more about you than it does about the Star Cruiser.
That doesn't even look like a Star Cruiser. That doesn't even look like anything Star Wars. You can't throw TIE fighters in a situation and call it Star Wars. It doesn't look like a starfighter. That looks...
I guess we'll see. I don't know.
Looks like a cruise ship.
It just looks bad.
I mean, arguably, they've done this over lockdown during a global pandemic, so I guess we should give them some lenience.
Nope.
I feel like you give them less lenience because they've had like so much time to do this while everybody's locked down.
So much material to go off of.
Yeah.
Like if you watch Solo, you could have done Dryden Voss's ship kind of style, or like a Jabba sail barge kind of deal.
Take me to Canto Bite, like.
Yeah, give me a real experience. Don't give me some half-wit. We're going to come up with some ideas, and we're going to steal some stuff from other movies and shows and stuff and throw it into something. Like, the panel boards looked so 90s. It looked like a 90s theme park that closed down in Utah. Like,
yeah, I guess
garbage.
My takeaway from that is we'll see how the real thing goes, but that video is pretty garbage.
Yeah.
Maybe the real thing might end up being good. Who knows? But based off that video, there wasn't a whole lot that I'm excited for. You know what I mean?
They didn't show me anything, and I don't know if that's the only video that I could find that was any decent. Like, I found like a real fuzzy one. I couldn't even tell what was going on, but I couldn't find anything that was like real definitive. But from my understanding,
if
that's the video.
Advertisement, I'm done.
I was like, dude, this is terrible. Even if that was just only parts of it, it was still just terrible. Like, you didn't show me. It's like they're not pushing Star Wars. It's more like I said earlier, they're pushing space. It's more like space than Star Wars. You think about seeing Star Wars, I want to see everybody's in costume, everybody, we got actors running around playing all this. Like, it don't even give you a sequel vibe. It don't give you a prequel vibe. It don't give you the original trilogy vibe. It just does not.
Space vibe, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a space vibe. Like, I'm going to like a place that has
NASA could have done better.
I'd rather go to NASA than that. All right, let's see here. What else do we got? We're going to get to news and rumors. We're going to wait on Charlie to get back. So, but yeah, I don't know. Like, if it was me and I was going to, like, because there's a lot of hype that's destroying our hope with Star Wars. And there really is. Because we got, they put out all the stuff last year for all the new stuff that was coming out, and then like half of it's done fell off already. I wouldn't say half, but we got two shows right now, or two things that no one is gone. So we're like, all right, you guys are just depleting down. Like, you built all this hype up, and now you're just like destroying all the fans' hope.
So I'd ask you guys, would you, like, based off of that and what we've seen so far, would you pre-book it, or would you wait until you knew exactly what you were getting into?
No, I wouldn't.
Somebody
would have to go.
Yeah,
somebody would have to go.
I know people are gonna have videos on YouTube about it.
Yeah, I would need like someone to go and videotape the whole
I
thing.
mean, like a GoPro on the forehead.
Exactly.
POV. Every minute.
Because right
every
now I'm
single
like,
day.
dude, this is a lot of money to throw down, and it does not seem that like worth that kind of money. Like I
What
need
is
it just
$6,000 for a family of 4, I think is what the
Insane.
recording
It's a
now.
lot.
So what the giveaway is? So the giveaway on the Disney whatever Dream Park Instagram page, you get your first night. You're not even on the cruiser. You're in a Disney hotel. You go to the Star Cruiser at 9:00 in the morning. You spend the 2 days there. You go to Disneyland. You go back. You grab your shit and you leave.
Yeah, when you did that, when you on what is it, episode 8, I think we was
Yeah.
episode 9 or whatever, when you went through the whole thing, I did not see, just from you naming it off, and I hadn't even seen this video, kind of made me reluctant to want to go. Like, dude, why it seemed like you're rushed the whole time. Like, why are you rushing me the whole time?
Like you shouldn't have to try to force me to play sabacc. Like I have a sabacc set. I will play sabacc at home. Like there's a 2-year-old little girl that would probably enjoy learning how to play this card game. Like I'd have more excitement with her beating my ass in sabacc than going to that Galactic Star Cruiser.
Like, I wonder if you can gamble. I wonder if you can gamble in sabacc on the Star Cruiser. Well, they rush you through it, so they ain't.
Yeah,
you ain't
there's
gonna be able
probably
to do
not
it.
even enough. And you probably can't get drunk while you're there, so you're gonna have to sneak shit in like your socks. Because I'm gonna want to be drunk if I'm spending that kind of money and going in there. Like,
especially with some kids.
Oh God.
Could you imagine trying to keep up? You got to understand this too. They're showing you in a situation where it's just the two of them, but it's not like that. You're gonna have a big group of families and stuff. Everybody there. You got to watch your kids. Your kids is running off. You're trying to keep them. You're not even gonna get to enjoy it if you took your kids. And then, to me, it looks very boring. I don't see a lot of things for kids to be able to do. And so they're gonna be trying to get into stuff, pushing buttons and breaking shit, and like them. Oh God!
All I gotta say is once this opens, I give it a year. If they don't do anything with it, I give it a solid year.
What, before it gets torn down and turned
before it
into
gets
something
torn
else?
down? Yeah, before it gets torn down.
Revamp
closed.
it.
Or
revamp
revamp.
Yeah,
I give it a solid year because I don't think they're gonna sell. I think they need to lower the price and focus more on what Star Wars is. That's not Star Wars. That's not what we know. You can't just throw a Wookiee, a couple Jawas, and some Star Wars-looking characters into something and call it Star Wars. You have to really look at Galaxy's Edge. Galaxy's Edge is so immersed. Like Garrison can attest to this. You walk into Galaxy's Edge, it looks like Galaxy's Edge. It literally looks like you walked into Star Wars. That Galactic Cruiser looks like a 90s theme park, like I said. It looks like you are walking into something that was half built just to make money off of. And it sucks because that's not what us fans enjoy. Like if you want to do any fan service, this is where you go. This is what you do.
Or like Rise of the Resistance, that new ride was so good. Like amazing. So well done, so immersive, felt like it was real. Like even the people working it were acting with the part, but this just especially with the video just seems not that good. I don't know. I guess we'll see. So far, it just looks like I've turned you all into pessimists like me. So it feels good.
No.
Video.
Your
I
old
don't think
position is
you
complete.
did anything. The video did that to us because the video just looks terrible. And like I said, they could have brought in somebody that acted. You could have brought in Woody Harrelson, for God's sakes, to do something in this.
Love Woody Harrelson.
I love Woody. I think he's hilarious.
Wow.
Anybody would have been. I mean, it seemed like it's. I'm not even putting them down as actors. It just seemed like they were acting. Like, don't make it look like you're acting. Make it look realistic. That's what an actor's job is. It seemed like they were both upset to have to do this. Like, oh, they gave me a lot of money. That's why I'm doing it. But I really don't want to be here. This is garbage.
I could have sold it better for $1,000. Like, I'm sorry.
I could have built a way better video on my computer. Way better. And it would have.
I could build freaking Mos Eisley itself out of a couple acres and some wood. Like, come on.
They could have done a Lego version of this and it would have been better than this.
I think Lego would be kind of cool. I'd probably pay $6,000 to go to a Lego thing. I
am going to raise Nick's point of the Star Wars aesthetic is lived in, like Ralph Mcquarrie established throughout. One of the best ways to make it look more authentic, make it look dirty, make it look like the Falcon.
Yeah.
Weather it and that aspect
Like
of Star
the
Wars
Mos
and Star
Eisley
Wars.
Cantina,
Yeah,
or exactly.
yeah, that
Falcon,
aesthetic is missed
or-
completely with this.
Well, they're trying to
And
make
that-
it like a Canto
yeah.
Bight kind of feel where everything's clean and
Yeah,
fancy, but it doesn't look anything like Canto Bight.
It ends
Well,
up
the
looking
Canto
really
Bight was kind of
sterile.
dirty looking. Look at the people that were walking around. Like you had the rich people, but all the servants people were looking dirty. You got the kids that was taking care of the animals. They were all dirty looking. They still was that aesthetic of, you know,
The rich are
The-
the rich and the poor are the poor. They've really made that separated.
I mean, it looked like Star Wars.
And that's a good point. Like the Star Wars land, they did a good job of making it look lived in, worn in. And it wasn't like physically dirty. Like they kept it well clean and stuff, but it looked like it was a real street and a real Star Wars kind of world.
Like scrapes on the wall, you know, the
Exactly,
droids have
right.
scrapes on them, yeah, stuff
like
like
the
that.
concrete.
that made
Like
it
if you
look
looked at, like in Garrison's video when we went back and he kind of did that live bit. If you looked on the ground, you can see where R2 and 3PO were walking around that area. You can see the imprints and stuff in the the dirt and the concrete and stuff. Like stuff like that. Like have some Wookiee hair somewhere randomly placed. Like Chewie's been in there. Something stupid. Like make us laugh.
you know, do something.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to news and rumors.
The Holland news and rumors.
Can I go first?
Yes, ma'am.
So, I'm going to kick off. I don't know if anybody is a fan of the Hot Wings channel, where celebrities come and eat ridiculous levels of hot sauce whilst answering questions about their career. It's a fantastic series. Love it. Tom Holland recently appeared, and I believe this is the first time that he's mentioned this on camera. We know that he auditioned for Star Wars, but he actually auditioned for the part of Finn.
Yep.
And he didn't get the audition because he couldn't keep a straight face.
Yeah,
He
I
was-
watched that Hot Ones episode.
Did he audition?
It was-
Yeah. I mean, I could understand not keeping a straight face if you read the script for Finn in like Last Jedi, but
it was-
The Force Awakens wasn't half bad.
he was doing a scene with somebody like the producer or whatever, or the casting agent, and they were being the droid, so they were there just going beep beep boop boop beep 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 beep.
Oh,
beep.
dude, what? And you
And
expect
he
him to
was
keep a straight face to that?
Yeah,
But I want
he kept laughing.
I want y'all to think about this for a minute, because the key factor to this was not that he couldn't keep a straight face and he didn't get the part. Is that he was applying to be Finn. So that means Finn is coming back. And if you go into the rumors and some of the things that's going around of Jon Favreau redoing the sequel trilogy.
Bro, I hope that would be
Please
so
let
dope.
him. Please let him just get a hold of this and do this right. Don't get
It's
me
not
wrong.
going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't
Well,
either, because
why are they casting for him? And this has been a rumor that's going around for
No.
a little bit now.
The casting for Finn was way back in The Force Awakens.
Oh, okay.
It isn't a recent thing. It's like way back when they first started like piecing the movie together.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
Also, on my list of news, Patty Jenkins has reportedly dropped all other products to work solely on Rogue Squadron.
Bullshit. I call bullshit.
She's come out and said that she stepped back from a couple of projects to make room so that she has time to focus on Rogue Squadron and Wonder Woman.
Yeah, she's doing from what she did an interview with Time, and from what she said with the interview on Time was Wonder Woman is priority right now. Then she goes right from Wonder Woman into working on Star Wars, and she gave up Cleopatra because she was doing Cleopatra with the what's her face Gail. She was doing Cleopatra with her, but
she stepped away from that now.
From Eclipse, now she's going. But this is my thing. Name one director that has left a Star Wars movie and it got shelved that came back. Name one. Tell me one director in all of Star Wars that's ever happened. It's never happened, ever.
No.
So I don't know. Now, this all stems back to Kathleen Kennedy and her relationship with Jenkins, because from what I hear, they're pretty good friends, so it might happen. But it's never happened before. So until we see it, I'm calling it hype. I'm calling it a bunch of hype. I think that the whole thing was shelved
Yeah.
and canceled, and they're never going to do it. Until I start.
Plus, I didn't really like Wonder Woman, so
No, I
don't know.
didn't either. I wasn't a fan.
The
I think
first
we
Wonder
can class
Woman
this as
wasn't that
hype.
bad, but 84, that was just kind of weird. It didn't make a lot of sense to the story.
Like, they had some funny parts. I'll give them that. There were some funny parts, but like overall, as a movie as a whole, the plot was just kind of.
I'm not even so much because that storyline, her directing, the way she directs stuff, did not like her cut scenes and her, her transitions, how they transitioned into other scenes and stuff, kind of just were. Some of them were just like way just blunt, like bam, like okay, wait a minute, you didn't even like lead me into the next scene. You just bam, and it just jumped over to this next scene like that. It gave you this weird feeling like when you were watching it. Like when I'm watching a movie, I'm looking at, how everything is flowing, how is it moving, how is everything going. I'm looking for imperfections in the film and stuff like that. That's just me naturally. And when I'm caught off guard because of a cut scene or a transition that just doesn't fit right, and that's her job as a director to catch all those things. Her editors come in, she has to look at that stuff and say, okay, that didn't work. That's not work. That's why they do a director's cut. The director goes through the cut, they look at it, they cut it down, and then the final editing, and then they have to review it before it goes out to production. She should have caught those things as a director.
And this is why Warner Brothers and DC is having such a problem with movies. Just because they go in and they think this is good, but they don't let the directors. Like if you watch the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League, 30 times better than what we got off of that. I'm pretty sure her director's cut was probably 30 times better than what Warner Brothers went in and clipped and changed and did. Because come on, she's not that bad. I've seen her other work. It's not bad. But what happened here? Like you were saying, there was no smooth transitioning. In other movies that she's made, she's had a decent transition into other scenes. In Wonder Woman, like you said, it's just bam, 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 and with no hesitation.
It almost like watching a YouTube video where people cut because they messed up and they just cut it. That's kind of how it was. I mean, they made it look a little bit better than that, but it kind of gave you that feeling. Now, another thing I got to ask y'all, because we know that she was scheduled to do Rogue Squadron, and then all of a sudden, Warner Brothers stepped in and said, hey, we need another Wonder Woman. Do you think that Warner Brothers did that intentionally, or do you think that was something that was already set up?
That was pure intention, because she's going to get more popularity off the Star Wars. Warner Brothers is literally botching it in the DC department. Like Batman, the new Batman that's coming out, they're riding off that. They're hoping that that's going to be something big. And they know if that does become big, they're going to want her, hey, you leave Robert Pattinson's Batman alone. It looks good, damn it.
You leave Robert Pattinson alone, but the Batman film does not look good.
But it does look good. It looks violent. It looks gritty to me. I think
not compared to like Christian Bale, bro.
That's a whole different ball game. He also that was something that was not even.
Anyway,
we're not getting into this.
Anyway,
but what I'm saying is, I think they did. I think what they said was, hey, they're gonna give you all this money. They're gonna let you do what you want as long as it's good. But how about you make another Wonder Woman movie? They're so successful. No, they're not. And you guys are going to offer her a lot of money to shut her up.
Well, Patty Jenkins also made some statements that had to do with, in the interview that she did, that working for Lucasfilm was becoming very difficult and they was taking away her creativity.
Because you have to go by a certain standard when it comes to Star Wars. You can't just throw random shit in.
Well, this is
the Galactic Star Cruiser. You can't just make it garbage.
And this is a standalone movie too, so they got to make it good because they haven't, the track record for standalone movies for Star Wars has not been that great.
It's not good.
So they have to, this is a standalone movie. This is not based on Jedi and all this. It's about, Rogue Squadron. So they, she could throw a lot more stuff in there, but at the same time, it's like, This got to be good. If not, it's just going to put another strike on their standalone movies for Star Wars.
And I think that's why she's getting annoyed with that, is because she wants to do what she wants, but Disney and Lucasfilm is kind of like, hey, so Solo didn't take very well. So we had to go into TV shows, but we're going to give you this movie, but you have to do it in a certain way so we can get the proper representation for this movie. And I don't think she likes that.
Well, I think that might be a problem because, Disney's the one that makes the final say so on Solo and on Rogue One. So when you look at that, they don't have a good track record. She's like, maybe she's like, hey man, y'all suck. Don't tell me how to do this because I'm gonna make it great for you guys and leave me the hell alone. And they're like, no, you got to do it how we want it done. And she's kind of like, nah, you guys make sucky standalone movies. We don't want to have a reoccurrence of, the other movies. So it
I don't know.
Go the opposite way.
Wonder Woman wasn't that good though. So how can she ride off that? I think it's more
regardless though.
I think it's more
regardless
off of her creativeness. I think that's why she's all pissed off, is because with Warner Brothers, she got to do what she wanted. With Disney
Warner Brothers was way, because Warner Brothers has a set. Their production team, they're only allowed to do certain things. Their production team only allows them to do certain things. I've listened to a couple interviews with some other directors in Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is like one of the worst companies to work for.
I don't know. Both Wonder Womans were really, really offset and different. And if you look at Star Wars, they're pretty clean cut.
It's just Wonder Woman 84 wasn't.
Since,
I like the first one.
Oh, I'm so sorry. After you.
No, am I just the only one that I think, like, regardless of how good of a director she is, I just feel like they're, like, it's not a movie that to me seems like a lot of fans asked for.
Nope.
It's, to me, just a little bit. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Some people might really want to see it, and that's great.
No.
But it just, to me, it seems like we know what you want, have this. Instead of, hey, what do you guys want? We'll do that.
You've been asking for this specific thing. How about we make this? No, you want this, but we're going to make...
Let's shove this. Wait, you want this. We want you to want this. Like, this is what
they're
you want.
muffling them with a pillow. Like
don't tell me what I want. I know what I want. I don't know.
Well,
it just seems...
if you look at the announcements, when they did the announcements for all of these movies, there was several movies that I was like, I kind of don't want to watch this. This is not something that... This one, the Lando Calrissian...
Hey, Lando, I wouldn't mind Lando if they did it a certain way, like with Billy Dean telling the story of a young him, which is...
But that's the thing, like, you ruin it when you bring in other actors to play Billy D. Billy D is Lando. Like, you can't do it, and he's 100 million years old now. He can't come in.
Glover's amazing, though. I think he killed it.
He did a good job. I'm not putting him down.
Yeah, I think if you put
but
Billy
he ain't
D
Billy D.
Story.
Billy D made Lando who Lando is. If it wasn't for Billy D, Lando would not be the major character that he was.
That's true.
So to bring in another actor to play a younger Lando or something like that, it gives a bad taste in my mouth. It just doesn't seem like it.
Like with the fan stuff that's came out, I would love to see like Billy D telling stories about younger him and what he's went through with like L3.
But, like, if you're just looking at the little preview thing that we got of the little Lando, that's all we got. That didn't give you like this big thing, like, I want to go see that. Oh my God.
Nope.
Rogue Squadron. Wasn't.
Rangers. The Rangers logo didn't look good.
None of them made me really be like, now when Book of Boba Fett, yeah, I want to see this. And I think the other thing that goes against
came off as like, okay, are we getting something different? Are we getting something like with Book of Boba Fett? It really, but we also got a reel at the end of season 2 of Mando about that. That's what made it so much better.
Well, even it's the Book of Boba Fett. It's Boba Fett. I want to see that. I want to see Kenobi. I want to see Ahsoka. I want to see the Acolytes. I want to see them things like jumped out at me. The rest of them was like, what? Like, why are we doing a movie about fighter pilots? Like, don't we have like Top Gun and shit like that? They already made this type of thing, and now we're
Top Gun hasn't even came out yet, and they've been working on that bitch for like 3
the original
years.
Top Gun. I'm talking about the original Top Gun. I'm talking about we have movies about fighter squadron. Okay, now we're just in space.
So Nick, I don't believe that was confirmed just yet. That there was a lot of speculation behind that, and a lot of like famous YouTubers and a lot of people that were Star Wars fans are speculating off of that. Personally, that would be a smart move to have Billy D telling stories and then have Donald Glover acting out the stories. I think that would be smart for them because I think it'd be awesome to hear Billy D talk about some crazy shit at his age.
You know what would really be dope? Like, really? Because what sets Billy D apart from everybody else is his voice, the way he sounds.
Oh, yeah.
Take Donald Glover,
massively.
let him play all the parts, but let Billy D do all the vocals.
He's Morgan Freemaning the whole thing. I would love that.
You know, not even more. Just do like let Donald Glover talk the parts, but then audio over that with Billy D's voice. That would be enough right there. Because Billy D's voice is the way he talks, the smoothness of the way he talks. That's what made the character. That's what made Lando Calrissian Lando. That's what the way, you know, his smoothness, the way he talks is.
It's just elegance. His voice just has such an elegance to it when he comes off. Like even when you see him on Bespin for the first time, and he talks to Han coming off of the Falcon. It didn't matter how mean he said it. It was so pirate? Yeah. It didn't matter how like he could have been like a complete ass about it. It still would have came off smooth. And I never understood that about Billy D. Williams. Like everything he said sounded like smooth, like as smooth as you can get it. It's just
and that's what I'm saying. If they did it with Donald Glover being the actor, and just had Billy D do the voiceover for everything that he said, I think that would be one of the best. You'd have
to dub the voice a little bit to make him sound like a younger him, but that would be perfect.
But I just like when I seen it, it didn't excite me like to see it. Like I wasn't like the other ones, like Acolytes, like, oh, it's about to sit.
Acolyte, oh god, Acolyte.
Like, oh, this is gonna be great. You know, it didn't get. Go ahead.
I am dragging all of you because we've been banging on about this. As she's in our thumbnail, Kyle, why are we upset with Kathleen Kennedy today? Please fill me in.
More bashing of her.
Actually,
yeah, why are we bashing her?
I changed the thumbnail, but I'm not so much bashing her. So basically, we talked about it a little bit yesterday, and I actually pulled up the article so we can go off of what she said.
Yeah,
and
her quote exactly is
is what's bad about it. Well, her couple quotes is what's really bad about it. So basically, we all know the Rangers of the New Republic is not happening. Basically, they said that they shelved the project. It's not going to happen. But what she said, we never even written a script or anything on that. Some of the some that will be figured into the future episodes of Mandalorian. I'm not sure of the next literal or whatever she said. Basically, it was all hype. It was never created. It was never going to be created.
That is bad. That is
basically
so
she said that they never even wrote they never wrote down anything. They never did storyboards. They didn't do anything. So basically they gave us, we have all this new Star Wars stuff coming out, but this was never something that was ever planned on really being done. So it was shelved before it ever got started. It was basically a concept idea, and they just threw it out there to give us more stuff.
Yeah, and I feel like before you announce to the fans that here's a show that's going to come out, maybe do a little bit more preparation instead of just saying it's going to come out and not even having anything really for it.
Make sure you're committed to do it.
Her verbatim quote is, "We'd never written any scripts or anything on that. Some of that will figure into future episodes, I'm sure, of the next iteration of The Mandalorian." End quote.
We don't want that in The Mandalorian.
I feel like her explanation of after that was just kind of like a throwaway, a way to like move on to the next subject. It was like, oh yeah, we never really did anything with it, but I'm sure it'll like come up somewhere, you know. And it was just kind of like passing on. I feel like it was. She
said, it's pretty exciting to see what's coming up next year with Obi-Wan, Andor, The Mandalorian, Ahsoka. These projects are so individual and unique in their own ways that I think they'll appeal to a wide variety of audiences within Star Wars. Basically, they asked her the question, and then she just went right into talking about other stuff that we already know is confirmed. It's filming is done, everything is already, you know, filming is done. Everything is done. We know these are coming out, and she just blew right past the question. Like, she didn't even try to blame it on what's her face, Gina Carano or anything. She just said, "Oh, we never even read any scripts. We never did anything with it." Blah 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 blah. And I don't know if that was a way of just protecting the situation, but to me it seems like you just lied to us.
Feels a bit like a lie.
Like you just basically just built up our hopes on this thing, and it was all hype. So then it makes me question, what other things have they done that with? You know, like the actual thumbnail that I put out. You know, we got the ship that's flying. in the new Boba Fett trailer, and it looks like the Falcon, but is it really the Falcon? Like, or are you just blowing smoke up our, up our butts, you know what I'm saying, and putting shit out just to captivate us to watch it and captivate fans, and that's not even part of the show, or it's not, it's just a smoke and mirrors. That's where it kind of gets me, like, if that's the type of industry that you're running, you are killing Star Wars. Basically, she is killing Star Wars if that's the type of marketing you're doing. Because we don't need that. Just tell us the stuff that's actually coming out. We'll be happy. We're either going to like it or we're not. And Star Wars fans...
That was the thing. Like, when Solo dropped, they dropped that rumor about Solo way before it was even confirmed of who was acting in what. Before we even got a glimpse of what it was going to look like. I was excited thinking it was going to be something different and something new, and then we got Solo, and it wasn't like, I love Solo. I think this is a great movie. I would love to see a second one, but a lot of fans didn't like it, and you can't, after that, and after Rogue One, and after everything that has not been successful individual-wise, why would you sit there and do all this marketing and do this whole day, promise all these shows, and then turn around and not produce? Like, not show up to the show. Like, you gotta show up. You gotta represent. You are in charge of something huge, something way beyond you. You have billions of fans. You have people that literally celebrate this as a national holiday every year on the 4th. You have a Star Wars celebration every year in California, or in Chicago, and other cities and places and countries. And you're doing this for what? You want us to get excited, and then you want us to just not like Star Wars anymore? Is that your goal? Because it's not going to happen. We'll get rid of you before we stop loving Star Wars. I'm just going to say that right now. we will get rid of you before we stop loving Star Wars.
That's fair.
It just seems very distasteful to me that they would just lie to us like that. Like, this is because basically she states it. Like, we never even wrote a script for her. We never even did anything for her. No, nothing.
All I've got to say, I bet you George Lucas is pissed off about that. Because every time George Lucas has said something is happening, it has happened. Every time he has gotten a hold of something, like Clone Wars, he always said that if it was the right time, he'd do one more season. What happened? We got that season 7. He didn't do anything with it because he didn't own Star Wars, but he damn sure made sure that Dave Filoni got a hold of it and did one more season to satisfy the fans.
I think it was written. It was actually written into the contract that if he ever decided.
Yeah.
Because there were certain stipulations that was written into the contract when he sold it to Disney, like that there would be 9 movies. It just sucks that he should have got it better. Like, you have to use my scripts. You can't use this. You can't just make new shit and they just.
Well, and I think with that though, with the whole using my scripts, he'd want to do it himself. Because he's a very hands-on guy. Yeah, I think he built a dynasty. I don't think he's just going to hand over something he wrote and have some jackass do it wrong. Because people like to alterate and change things. And like, J.J. Abrams is a very very creative director. I feel like if George gave it to J.J., he would be like, hey, I want you to do it this way. And J.J. would be like, well, I'm going to throw a couple things and tweak a couple things. And that would just make George even more pissed.
I think that would be something that him and JJ would talk about, and then they would come to some type of conclusion. George is not like, he's not an asshole. He'll be like, oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I think that they would sit down and compromise something.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think that. But I know I read there was something that went online like right after the sale of it, and there was some stipulations in the contract, and I think, if I remember correctly, Clone Wars season 7 was a stipulation if George ever said go ahead and do it. That Disney had to do it. And then there was a few other things. I can't. One of them was that there would be the 3 more movies that was set within the Skywalker timeline, and then that's all he wanted to ever see done. So something to go beyond, and then something. But I think it was supposed to be more based on Luke Skywalker, and after the fall of the Empire and Luke Skywalker doing stuff. I think that that's what the scripts is. Somebody said it's the original scripts that were leaked online somewhere. I've never seen them. I would love to see them and read them.
Oh God, I would love to see them.
But I haven't ever seen them, so I don't know if I've never seen them. They ever came up, but I know that there's been a lot of different stipulations on things that are coming out. But this was just a blatant lie to us. They just lied.
And it's
to
just
us.
so bad. It's so bad on the brand. How do you represent a brand and then lie to like the most loyal fans? Like, yeah, we do like to nitpick and we do like to critique things and get a hold of stuff, but you can't just lie to us like that. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's fair, and and it's bad for the name.
Yeah, it's just I don't know why, that it just gave me a really bad taste when I was reading the article. I was like, what the hell?
That's fair.
Like, this is just terrible. Like, you wasn't. This was never even. Basically, it was. Oh, we have a good idea. Let's do this, and then that's where it stopped at, basically. Because they had to come up with the idea because they created the concept, the banner and everything.
Oh, yeah.
So the idea was there, but there was never no real intentions to put it out. Basically, from what she's saying, there was no. That's what I got from it, at least. And that's really, really bad.
Does anybody else have any more news and rumors before I rip you all apart with the quiz?
Nope. I think we'll move
CJ?
on to the quiz.
Yes, I got one more thing.
One more thing. Be quick. Go.
Hasbro dropped a little bit of toys.
A little bit.
They dropped some individual boxes from like individual scenes from The Mandalorian. So like the spider scene on the passenger episode, and they did the Rock where they did the tragedy. They dropped like 4 or 5 different little boxes from season 1 and 2 of Mandalorian, like the highlights of season 1 and season 2.
I really have to fucking restrain myself from things like Lego, because if I start, I won't stop. It will completely consume me.
I was told I am not allowed to buy anything until January 1st of 2022.
Yeah, Christmas first.
Yeah, everybody got mad because I normally just buy what I want, and then nobody can buy me shit for Christmas because most people buy the wrong thing. My mother, sorry, Mom. Yeah, I was told no, so I have to not buy anything just in case if somebody buys me it, and then I have 2. Which if I have 2 of one thing, it doesn't really bother me anyway. But yeah, that's all I've got. It's just that Hasbro drop.
That's fair. Then I am. Oh, let's go.
Quiz
I'm
time.
so excited. Quiz time.
Well, now, you insufferable womp-rats, it's time for Charlie's Impossible Quiz.
I love that. I love that so much. I'm sorry.
Me too.
I think that's awesome. I love 3PO.
Oh my goodness. Are you ready? Has everyone got their thinking hats on?
I'm ready.
Nope.
No, I am not.
Question.
Nope.
Oh. Question number 1. What are the names of Luke Skywalker's 2 male friends who'd already entered the academy?
Oh. One of them dies on in the trench scene.
Names
No.
of Luke Skywalker's 2 male friends who had already entered the academy.
Biggs was one of them.
Yes, that's it. Congratulations. That's a point for you. Does anybody know the name
I don't
of the
know.
second
I don't
I was trying to
remember the
think of
other
the
one.
second one.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, Rural Farm Boy is correct. Biggs and Tank.
Oh,
Biggs and Tank. Question number 2. In A New Hope, what was the number of the Mos Eisley docking bay that held the Falcon?
9.
6.
Nope.
No, it was 3 something.
Nope.
4.
No, docking bay 47.
No.
Look, what was it?
It was in the 40s, wasn't it? I know
No,
that.
it was docking bay 94.
All right,
90.
Dylan. All right.
Yeah.
I see you.
Damn.
You suck.
You too, Rural Farm Boy. You guys are on fire on this one.
Question number 3. You guys are going to have to put your head cinema on for this one. What 3 instructions did Luke give to R2 during the Battle of the Death Star?
3 instructions.
He
I know
says
he gave 1.
3 things to him while they're flying and fighting. See if anyone in the chat can get this.
See what you can do about that.
Right. I
Just
think
fix
that's a
that,
Poe to
go
BB-8
there.
thing.
I'm trying to think of the scene, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not getting them scene. I know I'm talking to Obi-Wan.
Okay. I can't wait. I'm going to give it to you.
I don't know. Yeah.
Luke asks R2 to repair a small hit, lock down that stabilizer, and increase the ship's power.
Yep.
I don't remember any of that.
Which, as soon as I read it, I was like, that's exactly it.
The only thing I remember is the Falcon coming
Yikes.
in. You hear Han Solo, Yahoo! And just comes right
Yes,
through.
Dylan. You'd have got the point for that. Nice job. Question number 4. What company produces the blasters, pistols, and rifles we're so familiar with in Star Wars? As in, like, the in-canon company.
Oh, okay. I was like, are you talking about... I was going to say... what company?
I don't
No,
know.
Smith and Wesson.
Smith and Wesson.
Right.
No.
Remington.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. Blaster.
Yes. Oh, you know what, Garrison? You can have a point for that.
Get
Oh,
out of
Blast
here.
Tech?
Yeah, Blast Tech
That
Industries.
doesn't count. That's not close.
Oh, what are you talking about? Okay.
Question number 5. What did 3PO say that his first job was?
Translator?
No.
No,
That's all
it
I
was
gonna
on the
say.
ship.
Wasn't he a translator droid? Ain't that his job, period?
No.
He talked about it in A New Hope.
He did?
Yeah. When they're asking him what his Luke asked him what he was doing and why there's blaster scores on him. And he explained
Programming
everything.
stuff? I don't know.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you can have the point. He was a programming binary load lifter.
Wow, Garrison.
Man, you just lucky as hell.
Well, you getting really...
lucky.
Damn.
Programming stuff?
Yeah, that counts. That counts.
Yeah, that counts.
Sure.
Question number 6. Who was taken down by Poe Dameron and his trusty droid BB-8?
When?
And what?
Yeah.
You gotta be a little specific there.
He shot down
Because
a
I
lot
could
of
have named
people.
a few things.
Okay. I'll be a bit more
Shot
specific.
down
Give me a
some
second.
X-Wings.
He shot
Which
down the Dreadnought.
crime lord was taken down by Poe Dameron and his trusty droid BB-8?
Crime Lord?
Mm-hmm.
Was this in the movie?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
No, this
Bib
is
Fortuna.
Bib Fortuna. This is taken from the comics, and this is also like quite
That's
interesting
fine.
in terms of timelines.
I don't know nothing about the comics, so
Yeah, me
I'm out.
either.
I'm out.
Fair enough. A character called Can Bay, a male Kaminoan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, that
And he
was a
was
bit
like
of a messed up question. I'm so sorry, everyone.
And he was a crime.
I'll move
He
on.
was a crime boss, and he was a
A Kaminoan, the most like really respectable species, as was a crime lord. That's a good little ploy.
I got Question number 7. Who is Windy Starkiller?
Luke Starkiller's sister. Luke Starkiller's mom. His grandma. I can keep going. His
his wife.
auntie.
Luke Skywalker, his mistress.
His mistress.
Was that like supposed to be like? Was that a
No.
name that never got put in, or
Windy
was it,
Starkiller
is
is a canon character.
Really?
Yes.
She's a bounty hunter.
Okay, yeah. No. So I'm assuming like, okay, because Starkiller is supposed to be Luke's original name, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably just some like random side character that's not super important. Probably like, right?
So,
I
Windy
mean-
Starkiller, for everyone's enjoyment, was a childhood friend of Luke Skywalker. And
Wow.
Windy's parents were also friends with Luke's like adopted parents, and that was.
Okay.
That's wow.
Like
He pops up. I think he pops up again in one of the Trench runs at some point. Like he's one of those characters who's involved in the kind of rebel.
So it's a guy
Yeah, that's
named Wendy.
Yeah, a guy named Windy Starkiller.
Oh, that threw me off. I was thinking about a girl.
I was thinking a girl.
You know, meet very guy named very
You
many
got
guys
me.
named Wendy.
That was a good one. That got me off
Question. Question number 8. What is Leia Organa's prisoner number?
Oh, it's in the New Hope.
Oh, it's Are you talking about the cell block or her actual identification number as a prisoner?
Her prisoner identification number.
Oh.
Doesn't Vader say it? Prisoner 1, 2, whatever, or somebody says it. Somebody says it when they're.
It wasn't Critic. It was.
You are all thinking so hard. I can see the steam coming off your heads.
Mm-hmm.
They say it in. They say
24601. Oh no, that's the wrong one.
That's Les Mis, Garrison.
I'm your father. The rebellion's done.
I stole some bread.
When did a stormtrooper that said that? Wasn't it the stormtrooper when they were guarding the door, or they were standing by the door?
2.
You guys are gonna kick
1138. Dylan
so
said.
1138.
Leia Organa's prisoner number is prisoner 2187, the same as her cell number and also Finn's call sign.
You know what makes me mad? Is because I knew the cell block number, but I was like, okay, it's got to be a different identification number for her being as a prisoner.
I got you.
Oh, God, that's a trick question. That was good.
Trickery.
Question number 9. Which orchestra performed the soundtracks for A New Hope and An Empire Strikes Back?
The Harmonic Symphony Orchestra.
Siberian
No.
Transcontinental Railroad.
The John Williams Orchestra.
The John Williams Orchestra. Beautiful. They probably are his orchestra.
Yeah.
But doesn't it say that? Doesn't it say John Williams in the symphony orchestra?
In the originals, it was performed by one specific orchestra. Ah, yes, there we go. Rural Farm Boy at it again.
Hey, I said symphony. I should get that one.
You did say symphony.
You did say symphony.
Maybe I'll consider it. Question number 10. On what date was the extended universe declared non-canon?
Oh, shit. I should know this.
2010. May the 4th.
2010? No.
It was older than that.
Oh, yeah, no.
It was.
I need the whole date. I need the month, the day, and the year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, nope.
I could probably. I was gonna say 87.
2000?
No, it was before 2000 because Tim had already wrote his book, and Tim
2014, 2015, 2016.
I was gonna just say solid 2000.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
It was in the 80s.
No, you guys are way off. The extended universe was officially declared non-canon on April the 25th, 2014.
What?
I was close.
You were close. Oh, close-ish. Yeah, 2014. It feels like it would have been done so much earlier.
Well, because Tim's book was never considered canon. It was never even put into the canon thing. And he wrote that in like 84.
Yeah, but it was previously called like Expanded Universe or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Expanded Universe, and then... Question number 11. I also have a picture to go with the answer of this question, if any of you get it. What did Ralph Mcquarrie base his Chewbacca concept art on?
Sasquatch.
No, it was the Abominable Snowman. No, I mean kinda.
Bigfoot.
I mean, I can see the big
brown bear.
This is quite a specific answer, so I'm just going to hang on and see if Rural Farm Boy gets it, because I know he's quite good with the very obscure. A furry turd. Wow.
A hairball.
A
chihuahua.
A cat coughed up ball of hair on the ground.
Yeah, a hairball.
A Mothman.
The Mothman.
A Yeti.
His gay lover's crotch.
Oh.
Kyle.
Wow. That was out of nowhere.
A Yeti.
If anybody, does anyone see Rural Farm Boys put the no? So the answer.
Repeat the question.
What did Ralph Mcquarrie base his Chewbacca concept art on? I think this is really cool.
A girl's snatch.
Kyle!
God, man.
Is this what happens when I leave you without the answer for long enough? You will go.
Britney Spears
insane.
after she shaved her head.
A werewolf.
It was originally based on a John Schroner illustration for the George R.R. Martin story and 7 Times Never Kill a Man. Here is what Chewbacca was based on.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That thing is hideous.
From a George R.R. Martin book. Like,
wow.
It was also
slightly
featured,
terrifying.
It was also featured in the July 1975 issue of Science Fiction Analog.
That's slightly terrifying. I'm glad Chewie looks all cuddly and shit.
Yeah, that's just nobody would have ever guessed that.
Nope.
Yeah, that was impossible.
For our audio listeners, I am showing quite sort of like an old style illustration of a white Yeti looking thing with human arms holding a big gun, but also a weird cat nose. Very Chewbacca, just not quite the right color. More like a white grey.
He's a little bit short too.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't look very tall, so.
He's like hunched.
Would I try and give it a cuddle? Probably.
I wouldn't. I would have shot him.
I'll run like hell
You're
if
a
I see
mean
something
one.
like that.
Mr.
Grinch.
Our final question. We all know that stormtroopers carry the famous E11 blaster, but what do First Order stormtroopers carry?
An E11.
E11D or something?
Oh,
E21?
So close.
It's the E11.
F11. F11D.
Yes. There you go. That's the point.
I knew that one. I did know that one.
Congratulations. Now I'm going to.
God, you're really good at Google, Garrison.
Yeah,
you're
man.
fast.
You don't even have to look.
Get out of here.
The majority of these questions came from a very old book from 1982 called the Jedi Master's Quiz Book. And this was written by an 11-year-old boy.
Oh,
so
God, we got
measure
beat by
that up.
11-year-old.
Oh, God, 11-year-old.
Jesus, 11-year-old. Oh, man. Little bastard.
Shout out to Rusty. Thank you.
Well, he's not a little boy now because he was 11 and he's older than me. Shit.
Probably. Aw, good episode, guys. Good episode.
Yes, this was fun. This was fun.
Good rants.
And you're welcome, Charlie.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're welcome. There was a topic I was going to bring up that I didn't bring up because we didn't want to have
I
that.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Which I still think we need to talk about it. But
we do need to talk about, but maybe when I'm not quite so.
And I know we didn't get to the what if question, so let's do it right quick. Let's just do the what if right quick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hey.
Okay. What if, now this is a little bit out there, what if George Lucas never sold Star Wars to Disney? Where do you think we would be at now?
Nowhere.
We'd be,
I think about this all the
it'd be
time.
good and bad. We wouldn't have, like, I don't think we'd have Star Wars Land. I don't think we'd have the Star Wars sequels, which, whether you like them or not, depends on whether that's a good thing or not. I think we'd still be back where we were. Yeah, I think we'd be like itching for more stuff, but I think we'd be back where we were. I think potentially we could have more video games, though. We could still have video games. I just think the movies and TV would have stopped.
I agree. I think if George hadn't sold off Star Wars to Disney and he'd have done the prequels and had to sit with sort of the response to those, I think he would have just been done. He would have been like, right, that's it. Enough now. All done. Finished. Maybe he'd have spent time with sort of the books and the extended universe possibly, and also with the video games. But I think, like Garrison said, he would be done with the movies and the TV. I don't think we'd be in any of the position we're in right now.
I agree with y'all on the fact of that. I think just because of George's track record, that we probably wouldn't even still have the sequel trilogy at this point, because he waits about 20 years between trilogies. But I think it would have went in a different direction with the trilogy. I think it would have been more following like Luke after the fall of the rise of after the fall of the Empire. I think that next trilogy would have been about that. But I do agree with you that I do not think that we would have the Mandalorian. I don't think. Well, nope. I don't know, because George is pretty smart, so I think that he would have. But he hasn't had a good track record with TV stuff. But he still had Dave and he still had John. I think that they would have went
But
that way.
The budget for the Mandalorian would not have been nearly the same, so I don't think it would have been nearly as good. Because as much as I don't like some of the things Disney's done with Star Wars, their resources really helped to make Mandalorian what it is.
Yeah.
So, like, hate them or love them, you got to appreciate what they've done for Star Wars.
No, I agree. I absolutely agree.
CJ.
I honestly, I don't know. I think it after Revenge of the Sith, it had been a good long time before we got anything. I feel like with Dave and John in his ear, I feel like we would have got something like a Mandalorian movie instead of a TV show. I think we would have got the movie.
I hope we didn't get no Mandalorian because I don't know who the hell their people
are. Sorry, I'm lagging, but I believe we would have got a movie. I think a Mandalorian movie would have been something. I think video games would have been more in tuned, but like Galaxy's Edge wouldn't happen. This hideous galactic cruiser wouldn't happen. Which would have been,
That's a good
I'm
thing.
sorry, he is probably sitting in his chair right now, pissed off. But I don't believe we would have gotten the sequels unless he finally was kind of like, I think I need some more money.
Put us back in the dark times.
I mean, all we had for a little bit was the Clone Wars, and when that stopped, we were in some dark times.
It's crazy, but George being the creator of Star Wars and all this wonders that we have in Star Wars, it just didn't ever seem like he got in a rush to do anything. Like,
Nope.
I'll get around to it when I get to it. He didn't put priority to things like Disney does.
Well, Disney's a monopoly. They're gonna want to make more money.
That's what it all boils down to is the money. Disney's willing to put out money to build the brand because it's going to create them more money. And
George already built the brand. He already knows what's up.
George was already rich enough that he didn't care anymore. Like, dude, I'm rich as hell, man. What? I'm rich, bitch. Like,
Some Dave Chappelle shit going on.
you know what I'm saying? He didn't care anymore. Like, whatever. We get to it when we get to it. It's not a big thing. I ain't in no hurry.
But let's say we do get the sequel with this what if, instead of going all the way back before the sequels, let's say he's still in charge and he's making the sequels. What would we think the sequels would be like? Like you said, I think it would be following more closely to Luke Skywalker after the fall of the Empire.
If they even did happen.
I think it would have been more of the of like Luke Skywalker recreating the Jedi Order, you know, following down that line. I don't think there would
Much more like the books.
Yeah, I think it would have been, Jedi or the Jedi going back out to free the galaxy away from all the tyranny and separation.
We wouldn't have had Mara Jade. We all know how he feels about that character.
Yeah, we definitely wouldn't have had no. We definitely ain't had no. We ain't having no Mara Jade because he flipped out about that. But I think that there would have been more possibility because he was already looking at before he sold, like bringing in some of like with the Tom stuff. Why is my brain not working? I was just watching these earlier.
We would have had multiple solo kids instead of just the one that turned into an emo crybaby. But
man, why can't I think of my brain isn't working?
George, I'm rich, bitch, Lucas.
Yes. Yes.
Oh man, my brain is just not working. I can't think of it. The series that what's his face was making, Tom. Why? What the hell is wrong with my brain? Brain work. Brain. Turn on. I can't think of the name of it for some reason. Like I was literally just watching it earlier. Here, I'll tell you right here. Give me about 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Here we go. We're getting it. Detours. I think that I think we would have got Detours would have came out. I think that because George was actually working with getting Detours out. He liked a lot of the ideas. He liked the concept. Disney said, "Hell no, you can't do this."
Which makes no sense because Detours, from what the little clips that we do share on that you share on the Instagram, it's just, they're hilarious. They look funny. It looks like something George Lucas would make. It really does. It looks like a George production. It really
And
does.
I know that they did multiple talks about doing it. They recorded a bunch of stuff, and this was all before. And Disney's the one that said no on it. Disney was like, "No, we don't want to do this."
Because it's not a Disney niche. Like, they don't look at that animation and think that's them, which sucks because they would probably get a lot of viewership off that because it looks hilarious. It has a lot of humor to it, but hey, Disney. The mouse rules at the end of the day.
On a brighter note, I think today's show has been really, really fun. I don't think we've laughed this hard on a Saturday show in a while. Top form, everybody, top form.
Just the discussion of Star Cruiser was just enough.
Oh god, that was
cynical.
There's something really wonderful about having a group bitch about something. Oh. It's good for the soul.
It is good for the soul. It's a great release of just why.
Yes. Then I am guessing it's time to say goodbye and farewell. And as always, tune in next week for more hijinks and mischief from the crew here at Lightsaber Radio. Once again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the crew, like this video, and hit the notification bell to join our live shows. And before we go, I bet that you can't beat the previous episode of My Impossible Quiz. Check out our channel for the playlist. Be safe, be kind, and may the Force be with you always.
Thank you for tuning in to LSR. If you enjoyed the show, consider subscribing so you can be notified when new episodes are released. If you would like to be a guest on the show or just want to give us some feedback, feel free to email us. You can also reach out to us on all major social media platforms. They're linked in the show notes below. Lightsaber Radio is produced by Pick Film Media and is a Swaycast original, starring Charlie Harwood, Garrison Turcott, CJ Elliott, and Carl McDaniel. And don't forget to join us next time for more adventures in a galaxy far, far away.